front of the line. So we've got Raven. She just works at being a great leader and does a great job. Then there's Oakley. Oakley stays at the front. She does a great job. She really listens to all of my commands. We're not working on anything specific right now. Then Olive, same thing. And Lucy, same thing. However, with Lucy, I am working on one thing. Just not picking up sticks and dragging them along or demanding that we play with sticks when it's not time to play with sticks, or releasing the sticks if I tell her to release them, and just not to be obsessed with it. So really I'm just not picking up the sticks to toss them and not encouraging that behavior in any way. And if I don't encourage it, or if I put a plug in it in the beginning, it doesn't continue to be a problem. Then I have Scout. Scout is working on not barking at other people if we see them. Today we're in a very remote area, so we don't see people. Let's see, is Scout working on anything else? As a preventative to that, of course, I'm helping her to learn the command stop, which just means to stop. And then I say come, and she comes to me, so that if I ever see a person first, I can have her do that, turn her back to them, and return to me. Then, let's see, we have Blue. Blue does his own thing, looking for water, so I'm not working on anything specific with him. Oh, looks like they want to go down here and explore. It's a steep hill down here. Okay, then Sienna. And Sienna is working on she has a strong prey drive as a boxer. We're working to not allow her to pick on anyone or see them as a target. And so I'm using a training collar with her. She's been doing much better lately because we've been working on it for a couple of weeks already. And then there's Bingley, and Bingley is working on not doing demand barking. So if we ever stop, she barks at me because she wants us to keep going. And so immediately I just say no. Very strong voice. Usually she'll persist and maybe bark a couple more times. But I become stronger and lay it down, and she responds to that. So that's getting better and better. Then we have Bear. Bear's also working on not charging at strangers and barking at them. But it's more challenging for him because he's allergic to training collars. So, that's something we're working out. Then we have Pax, who he's just doing great. He's a pretty new pup to our pack. He's learned a lot and is more confident out here climbing over obstacles and stuff like that. He's just, I think, working on his general adventure capabilities, like flexibility, like strength in doing certain kinds of movements, stuff like that. And Carter, his brother, Pax's brother, the two labs, Carter's learning to not stand in my way. So to not be in front of my feet or be touching my legs, or not to be an obstacle as I'm walking in front of me. So I'm using the command, go ahead, and moving my hand, pointing my hand forward. And also if he just is sniffing something or, distracted by something on the ground and I'm approaching him like he's right in my way, I say move and give him a little tap on his tush, or tap him with my knee on his tush. And he's learning quickly to move out of my way just with the verbal command. The verbal cue of go ahead, which, as I said, is the first one, and then move. So as we work on it, I'm not having to give a physical reminder or say move, and he's responding more to the initial command of go ahead. All right, so then is Harvey. And Harvey is he consistently, over the years that I've known him, has done a lot of like whining, and it's more like demand whining. If we stop, or if he wants attention, or if he's mostly saying, in my opinion, he's mostly saying, come on, let's go, come on, let's go. What are we waiting for? And, you know, I have to nix that and let him know I'm the boss. You're not the boss of this trip, and we're gonna walk when I say we're gonna walk. So the second he starts whining, I say, Harvey, no. And the reason I say their names, a lot of you that have been with me for a while know this. Generally, when you're working with your dog, I don't want you to say their name with a negative, but I have to do it in a group situation, because if I just say no, all the other dogs think I'm talking to them, and they're like, why? You know, what did I do? So that's another reason why the training collars are a great tool. And again, as an animal lover, as y'all know, I do not believe, if used properly for the right dog, in the right context with the appropriate type of stimulation, whether it be a beep or a vibration or an e-collar stimulation, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's a good thing, especially in a pack situation where the dogs don't know who I'm talking to, right? And I don't always want to use their name in a negative way, because I don't want them to have a negative association with their name, because at least in the way that I train dogs, when I say their name, it's the cue to make eye contact with me. I say their name, they're supposed to look at me, because it's saying, I'm about to tell you something else. I'm about to tell you another command. So like, Agnes, good girl, Agnes. And now she's ready for the other command. Okay, you're a good girl. So I don't want to say like their name and then no, because I don't want them to feel that their name means something bad. So anyway, I don't want it to be, I don't want them to have a reason to not make eye contact with me, is my point. Okay, so who's next? So I think Tippy may be next. Tippy is working to not touch my leg all the time and to not be right next to me all the time. I don't think it's really going to change, as you can see. I don't think it's really going to change, because that's her breed and her tendency. I think it's just, you know, kind of programmed into her DNA. But she works on go ahead. And if she's touching my leg too often, I'll just give her a little physical cue, like get off my leg, because I find it just irritating. Go ahead, Tippy. Good girl. Go ahead. So Bear also does that, and Carter. Also, Sienna sometimes does it. So whenever they get bunched up on my legs, I say, go ahead. And I might have to touch their collar or their harness or something and say, go ahead. Go ahead, Tippy. Good. I think that's everyone. Did I say, oh, Barley? Barley is, he's been practicing this for a long time, because he's just an anxious guy. But he just practices having exposures to different situations, possibly me saying no to someone else, or calling for someone else if they run off. Loud noises and things like that, he gets nervous. So he just works doing basically, what's it called? Exposure therapy. I do like many exposures. Anytime there's something scary that happens, like a loud noise, maybe a branch falls, or anything that startles him or makes him feel anxious, I tell him, you're okay, you're a good boy, everything's fine. Or I'll pet him. If I'm calling to a dog that's off in the woods somewhere, I'll mix up calling the dog, alternating with saying, Barley, it's okay. Sorry, I keep getting hit with spider webs. I'll alternate with good boy, it's okay, and then call the dog. And I think that's it. If I skipped your dog, then that means they're perfect. Also, I'm working on personal things for me too. Just FYI. It's not all about everybody else. We all have our issues. Okay, so that's about it. Thank you for watching. Hopefully this is helpful.